my physician's orders for furosemide, 2 milligrams, IV push, and also the IV adapter, the INT adapter, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have my IV medications compatibility book. I have my label. I've got my flush. Here, I have my medication, which is furosemide. I've checked to make sure that it is compatible with the solution that my client does have, that the patient does have. It is. I have both of my syringes. I have my alcohol prep. Now, once I have all that done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw up the medication. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean this really, really good. I'm going to draw up 2 mils. Withdraw the 2. 2 mils. Okay, we're good. Alright, and then I'm going to scoop it. And I'm just going to kind of tap it back in there. Click. Now that I know this is furosemide 2 milligrams, I want to go ahead and label this. This is furosemide 2 milligrams. We're good. Label that right there. It's sitting there. My flush is paid and I'm good to go. I'll go ahead and once that's completed, I can go enter into my patient's room. I knock on the door. I make sure my hands are washed. I'm clean. I'm going to go ahead and get my gloves. And I check my patient. I ask him to state his name and his date of birth, and it says his name is John Doe, date of birth 12/9/1992. That is correct. I'll maintain the following 6 rights of medication administration, which is time, route, amount, medication, person, and documentation. I'm going to explain the procedure to the patient. I'm going to be giving him an IV push medication that is physician ordered. I'm going to check the IV line, maintain, and make sure it's patent. I see no signs of infiltration. I ask him if he's having any pain. He says no, it feels good. I said, okay, we're good to go. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and check my IV. And I could clamp it if I need to, if it wasn't compatible, but since furosemide is compatible with this, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get his line. I'll clamp it just like this, get my medication. Alright, I'm going to clean this. The reason I'm clamping it is because the medication has opportunity to go back through here, so we want it to go straight through the vein. And I'm going to go ahead and, once it's cleaned, I'm going to go ahead and connect it. And furosemide is to be pushed over 2 minutes. So what I'm going to do is 1 mil per minute or a half a mil every 30 seconds. So I'm going to push, and then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to push some more, and then I'm going to stop. And then I'll push some more, and I'll stop over the remainder of the 2 minutes. Now, my patient does not feel as if there's any serious burning. He's fine. And I'll go ahead and release the IV. Drops are still, unclamp it. Drops are still set it what they need to be. Patient is good. Now, if it was not compatible, what I would do is fully clamp the IV line. State this was not compatible. All right. I'll get my flush. And I will make sure to follow the same method. Once it's all cleaned, I'm going to flush it over the same push pause method. I'm going to stop and I'm going to flush. And I'm going to make sure everything is flushed out of that line. Now I'll go ahead at this point and clean it once again with another prep. And I will get the medication. This shut out at me. And I'll connect it. And I'll make sure I'll push over the period of 2 minutes. Now, once that is completed, I'll go ahead and clean it off once more. And I'm going to go ahead and get another flush. And I'm going to connect it. And I'm going to flush it again to make sure every ounce of it is flushed through. And then, once that flush is completed, the medication should be moved through the pause stop method. I'll go ahead and I'll unclamp the IV line. Everything is good. The patient doesn't feel any pain, burning. He's fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'll also have an order for an INT adapter. I'm going to look and make sure the patency is good on it. Everything is good. I'm going to have to flush it, so I'm going to clean. And I'm going to clean the adapter. And I'm going to connect it. Once I connect it, I'm going to push, and I'll push it through this entire time. And once I push it through, I'll connect it. The IV's flushed. We're good. Now, pause it. Go ahead. Now with the INT, I'm going to make sure I'm going to flush it. So I'll connect it, and I'll flush over the same push method. Well, I'll draw back, make sure I get blood, but I probably ain't. I got blood, so I'm going to push it out. We're good. That's flushed all the way. So now I'll get my medication that's labeled. Go ahead and unhook it. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to clean the last bit. And then I'm going to connect it. And then I'll push over the 2-minute period, which is, like I said, 30 minutes. Well, not 30 minutes, sorry. Half or 30 seconds. Alright. Once that's clean, I'll make sure to flush again. It's all cleaned, and I have my gloves on throughout the entire process. So, make sure everything's fine. The patient doesn't complain of any burning or any symptoms like that. And I will document what I've done, set the flow rate back to what it needs to be after I unclamped it. We're good, and that's it.